It's just like, I don't really know a lot of guys that are like, oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts is like my favorite game.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of girls like it. Also, it's like a ton of Disney characters. I mean, I don't know. Teenage girls are more in tune with their Disney love than teenage boys, I find. You never really went through an age where you were embarrassed of liking things, right?
Of liking things?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, embarrassed that people would think you were lame for liking certain things.
Oh, well, I never thought they were lame. I just probably didn't like anything that I would have been, like, embarrassed about. Like, I never put myself in a situation where I would have to, like, I would end up feeling ashamed of, like, enjoying a game or a show or a movie or something.
Okay. So did you just not tell people, or did you just not care?
I didn't know anybody that would judge me on my interests.
Okay.
I mean, random people maybe, but fuck, who cares about what someone else thinks?
Well, and you've had, like, some shitty interactions with, like, people being dicks anyways, so...
Yeah, in other ways, yeah.
Yeah. Spence used to have long hair.
I have long hair now.
I mean, like, really long hair. You know? So I dated this guy, and he got really mad one day, because I guess, like, an employee or a customer filed a complaint about his long hair. And the way that he explained it, he made it sound like she was saying that men shouldn't have long hair. What she was actually saying was that it was a health hazard because his hair was so long, it should be kept in a ponytail. And so when I finally found out that it was, like, because it wasn't in a ponytail, and I'm like, well, I have to wear it in a ponytail. What makes you so special? Like, if you have long hair, wear it in a fucking ponytail. Like, it's gross.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that job was pretty sweet because we didn't have to wear hairnets because we wore hats, but you had to keep your hair tied back as well. So I was very happy to have my hair up in a ponytail if it meant not having to wear a hairnet.
Yeah.
Hairnets are gross. I had to wear them at Tim Hortons, and I did not like it. And then you had to wear a visor too, so it was just extra shitty.
Yeah, Tim Hortons is weird, but like, I don't know. They deal with so much traffic every fucking day.
Well, it's like
of like coffee and shit, right?
Yeah, it was just because I worked at a coffee shop before too, so I was used to a very different way of functioning, more of like a hospitality thing instead of a just here's your coffee, get out. You know. And it was just like I didn't really enjoy it. I quit really quickly, but.
Yeah.
You know, I feel really bad about, like, all my jobs that I've quit, but then I've heard about all these, like, really successful people who've either, like, quit / been fired from, like, half the jobs they worked at, like, really suddenly or whatever, like, or more, yeah. So it's like, oh, well, I'm not, like, I don't know. I sort of feel like I'm a flake sometimes. Or, you know, people say I'm entitled, I guess, like, older people might say I was entitled.
Yeah, but, like... But it's weird because, like, it's like, oh, you quit your shitty job, you're so entitled. But then it's like, you're the one who told me that I needed to fucking, like, be an important part of the world and have, like...
Yeah.
And it's like, the only way you can get there is by working shitty jobs.
But it's like, the shitty jobs don't even make as much money as they used to. Yeah. Like, considering how expensive things are now.
And, like, maybe so you
like,
could
work... if minimum wage, like, 50 years ago... Totally
maybe you could work a shitty job and then get a better position... But how long do people work at Walmart and never get, like, even more money?
Well, yeah, like, when you worked there, you were making more than some of the supervisors, weren't you?
No, not supervisors.
But you're making more than some of your coworkers.
Yeah. But I think that was because they knew I had, like, technology experience. But it was, like, it wasn't enough that, like, I counted as being qualified.
Yeah.
It was enough so that I wouldn't, like... question it, you know, almost.
I see. So they give you a little bit extra just so that you're not like, hey.
Asking for a real amount, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Make you feel better. Because it's like you obviously would know what minimum wage was, right? So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like, okay, so Walmart gives you a job that's like 75 cents over minimum wage. Suddenly they're the best company in the world.
Yeah.
Because everywhere else is going to give you minimum wage. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, because it's like you'd be way happier somewhere else that maybe you're not making as much money.
Yeah.
But it's just like, how are you actually supposed to make it? Like, I know that we live pretty cheaply, right? Like, considering, and, you know, we're going to have to continue living this way for a long time. But it's like, how do people with families and mortgages work minimum wage jobs? Like, people I know at work do that. They have families. They have a single person bringing in income. And it boggles my mind. And I totally respect everybody who is able to do that. I don't know how. Like, I don't know how they do it. Like, it's incredible, you know? Because it's not enough money.
You kind of, like, need to be placed in this situation to find out if you can or not.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, it's possible to do that and have like a successful family and stuff.
And if you're happy with it, then fine. I think it's just because we both were educated to do something.
Yeah.
And it's just, unfortunately, at this point, we can't really make money out of it.
Well, the other problem is that a lot of people in those situations, because they can't provide all of the things that like are surplus of providing.
Yeah.
You know, like if a child asks for something, they can't always give what their child asks for, right?
Why did the Keyblade choose me?
And it ends up being that there's a lot of resentment. Like, you don't spend enough time with me, but you also don't buy me stuff because you're always working or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, all you ever do is ask for shit, and I have to work really hard for this money. And so everybody just starts hating everybody else.
Well,
and so even though they might be able to afford not to die of starvation, they aren't happy and they don't like each other.
Well,
or they don't like themselves.
And a lot of people now, because daycare is getting out of control for how expensive it is, it's cheaper to just have a family member not work, like to just have your spouse stay at home and take care of your kids, than having to pay for daycare. Like on one person's income anyways. Like, people go to work to pay for daycare. And I think that's so messed up. Like, what's the point? Why don't you just stay at home with your kid and just, if you're really going to balance it out that way. It's really expensive. It's like $60 a day. So unless you work, like, if you work 8 hours a day, that means $20 of your income actually goes to food and gas and rent. You know? Like $60 is just down the tubes every day for stupid daycare. And it is that expensive. It's just messed up. So, I just don't know. I don't know how, like, I don't even know how anyone can function ever. Like, looking at the numbers, it's like, it's amazing that
I have the right to know.
Anybody can manage, you know?
Yeah. It's nothing, you know? Nobody, nowhere. Ain't no how.
Ain't nobody, ain't no how.
Oh, is that the actual real her?
Yeah. Oh.
But a hole is nothing. It literally is disappearance.
No further outbursts.
Oh, the other kind of hole.
No, you won't disappear. You'll...
Wait.
It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess because of how much chit-chat and, like, walking around there is in this game. We haven't actually talked too much about the game.
Well, yeah, because it is like the intro, right? Like, it's essentially recapping what happened in the last couple of games or whatever. Like, what happened in Chain of Memories and Days and 1. And it's introducing you to Roxas a little bit, I guess. But it's also like a giant tutorial for the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's teaching you how to play.
Another thing is that they have so many characters, and then they double up so many characters. With
with their nobodies.
And
well, and then, like, in Days, there's another... Sora has a second nobody.
Yeah. And, like, how many characters have there been so far? And we haven't even seen any Disney characters.
We saw a silhouette of Mickey.
We did?
Yeah. At
When?
some point. In one of the in one of the, like...
Okay, well, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Well, he was like, I'll go help Sora, woo! And then he...
Is that what he sounds like?
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh,
Oh!
my name's Mickey. Oh.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not too good at the Mickey voice, but I'm good enough at the ho
Ho ho!
ho ho.
Wee!
Nice and
Hey, did I
quiet.
not go in the store?
That's the entrance, isn't it? Yeah.
No. Well...
Oh, monsters. Monsters afoot. Get it? Because those ones were just legs.
You're just legs. Oh, there's one of the nobodies
Yeah.
has a keytar.
Nice. Does he rock out?
Yeah, he does.
It's just like a random type of nobody, you mean, right?
No.
Oh, a specific one?
Like a specific character.
Oh, I see.
I hate how, like, happy this music is. It's like, you're about to be killed if you're not careful.
You have got to run away and not die. Nice.
Maybe I'll go to the library now.
You didn't even kill those guys.
Whatever.
But you started fighting them. That's a waste of resource.
You're a waste of resource. Oh, is that Lumiere? No, it's not.
Be our chest.
Vest be. See my vest.
See my vest made from real gorilla chest. Telltale Games?
See the sweater, there's no better than authentic Irish setter. Grizzly bear underwear. Whoa!
Oh, dang.
I'm so surprised.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm about to lose control and I think I like it.
I was doing the Saved by the Bell bit.
Oh.
It's completely blocked by pipes,
It's
you
completely
guys.
blocked by pipes.
You guys?
Guys.
Goth?
Gus.
Gus? Hey, Gus, can you move these pipes?
Gus.
My Gus.
I'm a Gus.
My name is Gus. I tell you what. He's just been sitting there the whole time?
Just chilling out.
He literally could have just walked over to him. I thought he was like decades away.
No. I mean, there is so much like space travel that you'd really think that he would just be hanging out in another world, but whatever.
And like warp travel.
Yeah. With the gummy ship. Oh. The gummy ship.
I could totally go for a gummy ship right now. Sounds so delicious.